Hello, 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 parents. Hello, parents. Hello, family. Um, April is Stress Awareness Month, and I wanted to come to you, the most valuable parents of our students who are either high school or in college, and just wanted to give you some tips. We can show your support and keep this thing rolling. Um, as I reflect through my notes, there are also some are funny and some are really just on point. And I think I've mentioned this once before. One thing that is probably the hardest for parents is to we find ourselves telling our students, our, our kids, what to do. Where we need to back up and be in more of a coaching mode. Um, and so often, you there's such thing as helicopter parents. We want to fix everything. We want to do the work for them, and I have a problem with that. I have a problem with uh, parents doing work for students, and I know it exists because students have told me. But uh, this needs to stop so that they can learn for themselves how to fend for themselves. Because in a lot of cases, once they leave home and go to that college campus, they should take on the role of an adult, being responsible. But just to shift from fixing things to coaching, and what you need to just ask more about what they're doing as opposed to telling them what to do. And then you got to be really careful about your questions. Stay away from, and it depends on the relationship with your child. And but I hope if it's one where you're at the level of high school, you're going to get in most cases a yes. But if you know your child and you look at them and you're listening how they say it, fine. But they will always also say that when they were mad at you or you didn't allow them to do something. I'm fine. That's a clue that things are not going well. So we need to move from those one word answers to look, tell me about a win that you had this week. That's going to catch them off guard, make them think that either they're going to lie to you or tell the truth. And if they really struggle with trying to come up with something, then that's a sign too that they probably didn't experience a win this week. And that also gives you an opportunity to kind of dive a little deeper, but avoid the yes, no answers to questions. So it's going to take some ingenuity and some thought on your end to how to come up with that. Another question is if you get kind of it kind of doesn't set well in your spirit, the answer that you got, and say, well, tell me, at what point did you feel stuck? When did you feel begin to feel this stuck period, this stick time? When did you start feeling stuck? And they can give you, well, I'm not stuck. Okay, but then just keep them talking. Explain to me this. Tell me more about that. Those are the type of questions you should be asking. One thing we want to avoid the blame and the shame. Um, and it doesn't matter whether you are the parent of a first generation, you're still a parent and you know your child. So we need to lessen the blame and shame and just be how we can just take this stress and convert it into action. And the best way is to you being supportive. You being supportive. And again, it could be. It depends on the relationship. It really does. And this may be an opportunity to mend the relationship, or let's come to some level of agreement. I'm here to help. I'm here to support. So let's work together on this. And for sometimes that's a very difficult discussion, especially if there were some issues before. But it can be done. And one I know as I read my notes, when they're saying watch your tone. Uh, in addition to watch your tone, watch your face. Really be aware of how you are, physically appearing. Are your forehead wrinkled, or are you showing level of frustration? That's going to transfer to your child. So you need to calm yourself down, watch your tone, and coming at them with a level of trust and understanding, and you want to build this thing to a point where you're in this thing together. Um, and you need to be the model of calm. And there may be some ways if I need to come up with, and I will. And in fact, I'm intrigued by this. I may go a little deeper so that I can equip parents um, with and it varies. We all. I'm lucky. I am I am probably the most. I won't say lucky. I am truly blessed. The relationship I have with my daughter is amazing. She's an amazing woman. She's an amazing daughter, amazing woman, amazing wife, amazing mother. Um, and but I'll be honest, it wasn't always that way. We had a patch one time, and I'm like, nope, I'm not giving up. Nope, I'm sorry. You're gonna see me, hear from me on an ongoing basis, and we are where we are now. So getting back to you guys, you are now in a support role, and you are wanting to do this thing together. And it gives me some thought that I need to provide you with more ways you can overcome, how you may feel about the situation. And let's understand this: the parents are stressed too, especially if there was a time where you knew they weren't doing well. You saw the grades, and everybody's, you know. So somebody, and this being a parent session, I'm going to find a way to give you more information into this. I'm going to do a little research, and I'll be back with you real soon, so I can help you with, as a parent, how you can change the dynamics of the relationship, change the dynamics of the mindset of the student, and change the dynamics of for the future. Okay, I promise you that. All right, talk to you guys later.